summary about who am I. So basically, I have a 6 years work ex in business intelligence and advanced analytics. I have been working with one of the largest manufacturer of laptop as a client and serving them and providing them a business analytics and digital analytics solutions. So along with that, I have a hands-on experience working on tools which are very popular in BI field, Tableau, Adobe Analytics, Power BI, etc. Along with that, I have done my master's degree in 2023, pass out from NMIMS Mumbai. Right. So basically, what business analytics is, it is a field basically combines with the data, IT, some of the statistical analytics, quantitative analytics, and some computer-based model, which we generally use to do some sort of a predictive analysis, or most of our work involved in terms of a visualizations and in terms of providing analysis. So business analytics is a field where you gather the requirement from the client and try to address their pain point and provide a solution in that direction. Right? And the significance usage of a BA is to take a data driven decision, like to eliminate guesswork, get faster to answer, get insights, key business report. Suppose you are running some business, you want to track the performance of that particular business by using some KPIs. You are the person who will help them to build some KPIs to measure the business. You are the person who you will help to design a dashboard so that they can have a look and see what business decision need to be made. You are the person who will help them to analyze if something is not working. You will try to give a client answer why it is not happening and how it is not, and what he supposed to do, right? Secondly, in terms of the business impact which you guys will be creating once you enter in business analytics field, is that you will help a business to perform better. You will help them to gain a more revenue or become a more profitable. You will help them to increase their market share or better understand stakeholders' requirement. You will help them to reduce cost or monitor KPIs or react to change in the real time, right? Then what are the scope business analytics has? Business analytics majorly divides into three parts. First is the descriptive, predictive, and prescriptive. So what descriptive is? Descriptive is basically means what exactly is happening. You are going to just tell him that this is how your business is performing currently. Predictive is some sort of a things which you will tell him what will happen in future. So majority of our work relates here with descriptive and prescriptive. Predictive involves AI based and ML based modeling, which which involves a coding and understanding of a high level statistics which do not come under our purview. That usually falls under data engineering team or person who are equipped to do ML and AI sort of a stuff, right? So in terms of a descriptive analysis, you will help them to build a dashboard. You will help them to understand the data they are playing with. You will help them to gather all the requirement and provide a solution based on that. In terms of a prescriptive, you will tell the client that what exactly needs to be done based on whatever you have observed during your descriptive analysis. Suppose something is not happening, like footfalls are not coming on website, then client might ask you why there are less number of footfalls on website or less number of conversion is happening. Then your responsibility is to analyze the data and then provide insights to a client on that direction, and also provide solution if required, right? Who are people involved? Like there can be an internal customer also, and can be an external customer also. So suppose you are working in one particular organization, and your client or a user can be an internal department, let's say a sales department who wants to build a solution to their existing problems. So they might come to you and ask you if you can build something to to reduce the efficiency or to improve the efficiency of a one particular process they are currently doing, right? Secondly, a kind of a tool which are generally used in BI is Excel, SPSS, SAS, R, Python, SQL, Tableau, Google, and Adobe Analytics. So Excel, Tableau, and Google are most widely used. Python are generally used for automation part, which generally require a coding stuff. But under our course, we will be covering Excel, SQL, Tableau, and Adobe Analytics, right? So we will be teaching how you can code in SQL. SQL is basically used for data management, where you can play around the existing data and do your EDA, which is then Tableau you will use for a visualization part, and Adobe Analytics for digital analytics solution. Any doubts so far?
No, no.
Okay. Then what exactly the business analyst process is? First, you gather the what is the need. You collect the data for to address this need. You analyze whatever data you have collected. If required, you will do some sort of a predictive analysis, find a best solution, and try to make a decision out of it and update your stakeholder. Right? This is the complete cycle of what exactly you are going to do. Next comes what are different components of BA. So as I mentioned here, these are the different components. Like your responsibility will be to collect data, but in terms of the collecting data, your responsibility will be more to identify what sort of data needs to be collected. When I say data collection, it actually doesn't comes under your purview to gather and collate the data. It comes under ETL team who does, or a data engineering team who does the all the collation of the data from the various sources. But your responsibility will be to identify what data needs to be collected and what data needs to be processed and validated. That will be under your purview. As I mentioned, the quality check also comes under our purview. Then based on that data, either you will be providing a visualization solution or you will be analyzing that data. Then you will further optimize the existing process. If you want to optimize, or if the solution require you to optimize optimize the existing process to make it better, then you will give a suggestion for that. Also, you will do some visualization to track business, as I mentioned, and do a prescriptive analysis based on your finding and pitch to a client what he needs to do to achieve a certain goal he is trying to achieve, right? Secondly, what is the future of a BA industry? If you will see, it's a growing industry. So somewhere we are here, and it is expected to double down or triple down by 2027. So if you'll see, it is increasing by 34% year on year with a market share of 61%. And in terms of the India analytics market, these are our market share in terms of the client we are catering across globe. So currently we are in an industry which is a growing, which is a very good sign for anyone who wants to build a career in BA. Now, these are some of the companies who actively hire for a BA profession. So in terms of the IT, you will see a big name like Wipro, Capgemini, etc., TCS, eClerx is there. Then in terms of the analytics, pure analytics firm, you will have a Fractal, you will have a Tiger Global, right? In terms of the like the consultancy firm, also have a requirement in business analyst firm, and even uh, banks, consumer firms are also hiring, like ICICI Bank and SBI, SDFC Bank, Axis Bank for that matter. So they do hire a business analyst for analytics purposes, right? And in terms of excuse me, in terms of the career opportunities, usually certain designation which are associated with business analyst, senior analyst, or process analyst. These are the some of the designation you will be having, or digital analyst, solution provider. or business intelligence consultant, business intelligence associate. These kind of profiles are usually offered. Even visualization part also you can look after. Now, if you will see how BA can help you to analyze, for example, if there are four horses and you want to bet which horses will win, then if a normal person will bet, he will do based on, let's say, guesswork that this person is going to win. But BA analyst, what he will do is he'll try to figure out what all things he can analyze or what all data he can put. For example, what are the historical win and loss percentage of each of the individual horses? What was the weather under which he has race? Like what is the probability under which under particular weather he has won? So accordingly, if today's weather is windy, then you will see which horse has a higher probability to win in the current weather condition, right? What are the racetrack on which he has ran, and what is the probability he has won on that particular thing? And then you will try to uh, correlate with the existing racetrack. What was the medical history the particular horse has, right? If the horse has just recovered, or it is like in a good state for quite a long time, accordingly you will decide what all data points. Suppose a client ask come and ask you which horse will win, then it is your responsibility to find the data point which is required to be analyzed. It is your responsibility to get all those data points in a one place or in a whatever format you are required. Then you will use that particular data to analyze the pattern or find some sort of a insights, and then you will provide a solution to client, right? So this is what exactly BA analyst does. This is the some sort of an example where if you will see, this is the normal Excel file. Normal, if I'll ask you to, analyze this particular thing, it will become very difficult for you to understand what is happening here. But your responsibility will be to convert this from this to this particular thing, so that any business person who wants to analyze or who wants to understand what is happening business at a quick glance, he will able to do that from this particular thing. So converting a normal data into a more visualization manner will be your responsibility, right? Then what exactly you are going to learn with this course? Basically, we will be covering a couple of things from here and there. So we are going to touch upon the basic statistics to start with, like basic statistics which is required for us to do a data analysis, because whenever you get the data, you do not directly start with analysis. You understand what type of data is there. So we do a basic EDA to understand what is the trend of the data, what is the minimum, what is the maximum of data, if there is any pattern involved in the data, if there is any seasonality involved in data. We do that kind of a stuff. After that, what we do is, what are we going to learn is, we are going to learn about how you need to structure your problem statement, how you need to write your goal statement, what are factors involved in that. Then we will also do a stakeholder analysis, where we will teach you what all key stakeholders are involved, how to identify them, how to manage them. Then we will also do some sort of agile methodology on a very higher level, which will help you to understand how you can manage your project, right? Then we will also teach you how you can do a process mapping. Process mapping will help you to understand the existing process, the efficiency of the existing process, and how you can improve. Improvement comes later, but understanding what exactly is happening at this moment is important. That's why we'll also teach you about how you can map the existing process. After that, we will also teach you a Tableau. We will provide you a raw data. We will work together and create a dashboard out of it, so that you will have a hands-on experience on working on Tableau. Basic part, how you will be creating a calculated field, what are the parameters, uh, and color code, etc., etc., and we'll create a dashboard out of the raw data. Second, we will also teach you about SQL. SQL will be a data management tool, which will we will have, teach you to code a basic code to pull or retrieve a data or to join a different table. So we will also do that. Then, in terms of the Adobe Analytics, we will also provide you a Adobe Analytics knowledge where you will have a knowledge about what exactly tool does, right? It provide a digital solution, but in terms of a digital solution, what are key metrics it tracks, how you can create a dashboard on Adobe Analytics, how you can create a segment on Adobe Analytics to create a customer segmentation for your website. You can do that as well, right? So that's it from my side. Is there any question you can ask?
Yeah, Karthik.
Yeah.
Karthik, so Miss, for example, here we are. You are going to teach us from basic, right? Miss, we
Mhm.
will understand the whole process, right?
Yeah.
So, so we are in Miss in this field, business analyst. We are new. So, for example, if I go for the interview with Pro or some Capgemini example XYZ, so
Mhm.
how they will hire us? Like we are new for this thing. So how it will be thing?
So basically, they expect you to have at least some knowledge about the BA. In terms of
Yeah.
BA, they will ask you, do you know any visual software? Uh,
Okay.
so, so Tableau is there. Then they will ask you, have you worked on SQL or do you have expertise working on Python? So Python
Yeah.
we are not teaching because it is very complex and it requires a coding skill before to start with. So we are
Okay.
covering SQL, so you will have a data management sort of a stuff. Secondly, add-on will be that you will also have a knowledge about digital analytics part, which
Okay.
involve Adobe Analytics, right? So usually people use either Adobe or Google Analytics, where interface is same, right? More or
So,
less, whatever you will be doing on Adobe Analytics
mm,
will going to cover under Google Analytics as well. So these are the skills which they usually look at. Secondly,
okay.
they will look at about the basic stats if you know or not, right? Whether you have a fair enough understanding. If they provide you suppose a raw data, then if you have a fair understanding of how you should go about it. So if you will have no idea about how you can gather the requirement, how you can provide a solution on higher level,
Mm,
they won't hire you.
mm.
Yeah.
So, okay. So that all thing you're going to teach us, right, Karthik?
Correct.
Okay. So, Karthik, you mean to say we are going to, for example, if we go in a company as a fresher, we have to go, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, are you
If you
sure they're going to hire us? Because most of the company need the experienced people. Yeah.
It is not like that. You can take your time and search on a Google or on any job portal. So there
Mm-hmm.
are n number of opening for freshers as well. So it is not like you will have to have 2 3 years of work as such.
Okay.
But for example, in your existing job role, if you can
Uh-huh.
give some of the examples where you have used a database solution providing sort of a stuff, like so for example
Acha.
someone mentioned that you have worked on a BPO. So for
Acha.
example, if you will tell them that you have provided a solution, let's say these were the number of calls and these were number of school call were happening, and
Uh,
by analyzing data you have provided some sort of a solution, then
Acha.
that will give you an added advantage. Even though
Acha.
you are fresher, it will catch an eyeball.
Okay, so you mean to say, if for example, I'm working in a Genpact, so I can say that means I used to work for this also, means analyzing also.
Correct.
So means like I can show the means like experience in little bit over there that I used to work for 1 year in a Genpact regarding the same. They are not going to see and okay, what exactly I used to do. You mean to say, isn't it?
No. So exactly, whatever you will tell them, whatever you
Mm.
will pitch interviewer, it is
Mhm.
your responsibility to convince whatever you are saying, you have actually done that. If you are
Okay.
convincing them, then there is no issue. But if you fumble somewhere and if you won't be able to answer whatever you are claiming, then it
Mhm.
will be a negative point.
Acha.
But in order to switch from your existing role to BA, somewhere you have to build some sort of a story where you
Mm.
can tell them that why BA has interest you. And how you can tell them that, because I had an exposure in the existing role where I got an opportunity to work with some of the BA tools or some of the BA
Acha.
techniques which I got exposure to, and it was fascinating for me, and that's why I was inclined towards a BA field.
Okay. So that means company gave me the opportunity to learn, means like they gave me the opportunity for the BA thing. So I learned in a Agent Pack. Then it was like excited, means like, so I switched to BA, isn't it? We can say that, है ना? कि मतलब
Yes.
उसमें interest आ गया तो फिर then only I joined the classes, and so I think I should switch totally in this BA field,
Correct, correct.
है
Suppose
ना?
in terms of the large data, they provided you some sort of a large data, and
हाँ.
you created some PPT out of it and provided that this particular region is not performing because so and so region. So that is also
Mm.
a exposure to a big data, right? So if
Okay.
there are more than, let's say, 10,000 rows and n number of columns, and you are just creating a chart out of it and giving some sort of a insight, that is also a part of BA.
Okay. So, if so, Karthik, it will be means like easy, means not. I know it's no, it won't be easy for me because I'm a BCom student. Okay, and this is IT. Is it totally IT, or I can means understand the this thing BA one?
This is not IT actually. This is
Mm.
a more of a consulting firm, consulting sort
Acha.
of a role, right? So
Acha.
IT involves a lot of a coding part. We do not need to have a coding requirement as such, because whatever tool or whatever we will be using, that will
Mm.
have do not involve coding. But once you start this particular thing, and if you are very keen to learn the coding part
Mhm.
and do the
Mm.
modeling part yourself, you can
Mm.
pursue that as well. But we are not expected to have a coding sort of a knowledge.
Okay. So, so in means this is in course, but you said Python. Python also come in this course, right? But you're not going to teach us, right? That one.
Python doesn't cover in this particular course. So the Python, where we exactly Python is used is to
Mm.
automate any sort of a process, or
Okay.
to do a predictive analysis which involves advanced statistics, like uh, in terms of the time series forecasting, or in terms of a
Acha.
seasonal forecasting, those sort of
So
stuff.
they don't need it, right? For they don't
No,
need Python. It's not necessary for BA.
no. So basically, they need some visualization tool. They need a digital analysis tool, so,
Acha.
and they need either SQL or Python. So SQL is
Okay.
widely used.
Okay. So you going to teach, right? BA is what company need. You going to teach us, right? That only I want to know. That's
Yes,
all.
we are going to teach in terms of the visual part. We are going to teach you Tableau. In terms of the data set management, we will teach you SQL. In terms of a digital analytics solution, we will teach
Mm.
you Adobe Analytics.
Uh-huh. Okay. So it's means all B in BA means this what is say this course is all means full na means like it's good to know means if I learn whatever you teach us, if we know that much also, that it is good for us, right?
Yes,
That I
yes. So the
yeah.
basically course covers the basic part, which is just require you to enter
Mm.
into a particular field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is not the advanced level course where you will do hyphen do coding and linking everything. So
Acha.
that is not involved. It just help you to find a role or to start your journey in BA field.
Okay. ठीक है. So
Yeah.
it's like a duration for how many days? It's like
So generally we cover the course within let's say 14 to 16 hours, or sometimes it stretches to 18 hours also, and we take on a weekend. So
mm,
generally we cover the course in a month, or sometimes it stretches to a month, or let's say a one more weekend.
acha.
Yeah.
So are you sure we will able to understand in a 2 months, Karthik?
Yeah, I am sure about this, because recently I completed the batch, and
Acha.
yeah, so based on my experience, I can say that at least this will help you to, to at least start your career in this field.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're going to help us, right? If for I'm asking about me. You're going to help me, right? For means like interview part and everything, Hana?
Interview part, I'm not sure, but I'll help you with the course material or any doubt you have. In case you got any interview and what needs to be prepared, I can help you with that as well.
Acha. That only because you are experienced, right?
Yeah.
So whatever, and you're going to teach us. So that's the reason. If we don't understand, though, little bit, All right, that's all from my end. It's good. Mm. So projects will be there also. Live project will be there. You're going
We
to
will
teach
be
us.
doing one project to create a dashboard on Tableau, because if I teach you what all features are there, it make
Mm.
no sense. So I usually share screen, and we together do a step by step and create a
Okay.
dashboard out of it.
Okay.
Okay. If are we good, then we can close the call.
Okay, Karthik.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Karthik.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye bye.